Next story, which is really about the coronavirus and whether the chickens in Bangalore have coronavirus. But to do that, I have to bring my colleague in. Sachi is a reporter with Boom. She handles the health stories. And we're going to talk about this story. Can we put that image? It's very disgusting, I warn you. Can we put the image on the screen just for a second so we can talk about what story we're talking about? There was, ew, so gross. So there was this image that went viral where people were basically saying that, and I'll tell you what it said. High alert, chicken infected with coronavirus found in Bangalore today. Kindly circulate the message and avoid consumption of chicken. Spread to your dear ones. So other than the fact that the photograph was just plain old disgusting, we discovered that it is also completely and utterly untrue. And to help us understand that story, Sachi is here. Hello, Sachi. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So you guys took a look at this.
Yes.
I understand you weren't able to trace the root of this particular message, but it's not true. It's safe to say it's not true, right?
It's not true, yes.
Okay.
So basically, the virus is now called COVID-19, the disease with the virus, and the WHO has said that they've not found a source yet. So calling a chicken or an egg or any poultry as a source is completely baseless. And this image also went viral, not image per se, but this message with other images went viral, saying earlier Bombay broiler chickens meant for meat production were found having coronavirus. Now, A, nobody knows what the virus exactly looks like, and B, the source isn't available yet. So these are completely false and are just a fear-mongering episode, just like other misinformation that we've been debunking around the coronavirus.
Right, and it's important also to understand, see, the WHO has been taking a very close look at this virus. We don't know, and there was a scare like this that happened in China where basically they said the pets are actually carrying it and people cull their pets, they kill their dogs and their cats, which is horrible. But it's very important to realize that we don't have any information on this matter right now.
Not yet. So there is a global forum going on on February 11 and 12, where they were discussing things, coming up with new research programs and innovation programs for the coronavirus, for the decent coronavirus. So WHO is taking active steps on it, and it has also called it a grave threat. Like yesterday, 242 people died in the Hubei district. So it's moving ahead with leaps and bounds, and the research is nowhere. Dr. Tedros, also the Director General, has mentioned that a vaccine will be available in 18 months, but we don't know how accurate and how true that is.
So also we have to realize that there are two different things here. One is the vaccine that would prevent you from getting the virus. 18 months is a year and a half, so hang in there. The other is the cure. Now, we do understand that apparently in India, in Thailand, and a couple of other places, people who tested positive are responding to treatment. Do we know what that treatment is?
Not yet. Okay. Again, the WHO said there's no specific treatment. There are clinical trials underway in China and in other places as well. So the Thailand medicines that they're talking about, they did a combination of anti-HIV and anti-flu tablets, and it worked. Like even the Indian case, we don't know what the medication was used, but the second test has come negative, and they can call a person recovered after the third test also comes negative. So right now, if you see the numbers, 6,000 people have recovered, but we don't know what is the recovery mechanism yet.
We also don't know if that full recovery means they're out of the woods for the rest of your life. Is this something that recurs? We don't know. There was another worrying story that popped up, and of course this is to do with that Japanese ship that's outside of Japan. We have 160 Indians on that ship.
And two of them have tested positive yesterday.
Positive. And we understand that one of the healthcare officials who was looking after people has now been tested positive. So he was wearing the mask and gloves. So we don't know how this is passing.
So we don't know the route, we don't know the animal, we don't know the host. And now there are also speculations that probably pipes could be passing through it. So Hong Kong, this couple staying in Hong Kong and 4 others from the building were evacuated. The couple tested positive, and there is a theory going on that the pipes in the system could have been a route. Research is underway, we're not making any statements right now, but such new theories coming up every day baffles people who don't understand exactly the science behind this.
So actually, it would be safe to say that what we know right now is basically while you're in a public place, especially if you're traveling, hand sanitizer, wear a mask, wear gloves if you want to really. But more than that, we don't know much else.
Nothing.
But if we look at the numbers of the number of people who've been affected, which is now in the thousands, right?
60,000.
60,000. And the number of people who've died.
It's moved up to 1,369.
1,369 so far. We don't know again whether you know, what the progression of that disease is and whether everyone who's infected runs the risk of
Yes.
losing their life, or if there is different permutation and combination. We don't know all of that. So as far as we're concerned, what we can tell you for sure is the broiler chicken WhatsApp message is not true.
Is not true. It's not true. It's false. And so the Indo-Tibetan police also came out with an advisory yesterday saying that the WHO has also not stated it, and the Ministry of Animal Husbandry and Fisheries also has not called it the source of the COVID or the 2019 NCOV yet. Research is underway, but for now there is no need to, you know, stop consuming poultry, because we've also seen this mechanism of vegetarianism, non-vegetarianism going since ages.
Yeah.
So this is just another fuel to the fire sort of a thing.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Sashi.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for the
much.
work that you guys do.
Thank
You make a
you.
big difference. All right, so that's where it is. That the disgusting chicken message is not true. And so the best you can do right now is not pass it on. If it comes to you, respond with a reasonable amount of politeness to the person who sent it to you, saying that, hey, this is not true, and don't forward it. So when we forward something that's not true, that will become part of the problem then. Well, that brings us to the end of Truth Be Told. Thanks so much for that chat, and thank you for watching. Leave us a comment, subscribe, and leave us a comment at the bottom of this video if there's particular stories that you want us to take a look at and to clear up for you. We'll be happy to do so. Thanks for watching.